friends, how you doing? So today we have a dimensional fall inspired foliage, and we have some color halfway down her head. So this is gonna be kind of a tough one. So her hair's only gonna lift so much on the colored bits, but her natural hair is going to lift really, really well. So stay tuned to see how I transform this dark hair into a beautiful fall dimensional foliage. Hi, I'm Elyse Rox, and welcome to Hair Toots Light, raw, real, and diverse hair education. I help hairstylists become better hairstylists. Okay, guys, here we go. So we're starting off with the Malibu C CPR and Color Disruptor. You guys know I love doing those hair pulls, and that's Allison right there doing that for me because I must have been busy. So why I do those? Because I want to remove as much pigment as I can before I start coloring her hair. And if I can remove any pigment at all before I start coloring, even if it's one layer, I'm going to do it. So I'm going in with my Nomad hair foil board. I am using Magix 10 lightener. I'm using Framar brushes. I add Olaplex to everything. And my foils are from Costco. I'm using my pink pewter comb. I think that's the list, guys. Okay, so I am not speeding anything up today so you guys can see how absolutely slow this all takes. So this is one of those things where I have to repeat my mantra of Elyse. Keep it back, keep it low, don't overfoil. So I'm going to go in low and I'm going to feather it up. You know, guys, remember that the brush turns. Now, this is when I first started working with my board. So it might be a little bit of fumbles going on and me getting used to using it. So this is probably... it was from June, I think, of 2021. So I'm still working through all my content, guys, but I got lots of it. So again, just doing deep weaves. I find that doing deep weaves gives me the perfect dimension, and then I do a little bit of tease. You can really see, or at least I can see, that difference of her natural hair right there in that circle. You can see the two differences. So that darker color at the bottom is not going to lift as high as natural hair. Hair with any pigment on it is going to take a really longer time to lift, and it's not going to lift as much. So that's why I told her, I said, we have to tone it down to whatever your ends may lift to. So she knew that going in, and that's why we did the CPR first, just to try and remove any layer of color. And plus it removes mineral and all that stuff too. So why not? Why have any reactions to start with? So she actually did come in on for that, like, the Saturday, and then I did her hair like on Wednesday, I think it was. So I did look back in my notes for this. And so we did that a couple days ahead just to save some time and have her prepped. My assistants usually do that for me these days. So just keeping it low, and then we're going to just work the brush side to side because it rolls the hair. And then I'm going to feather it up into it. Now, if you get it too high or something, it's okay. You can always put another foil underneath there. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys caught it, I'll butter my board. And I ruin like every pair of shoes because I load up my brush with so much product because I believe in saturation. Now you guys are going to see this parting that I'm taking right here. And as you can see, I was doing diagonal backs up the back of the head. So I'm just going to go ahead, and that's going to create a V on the top. But I want to maintain the depth in this area because light hair makes dark hair pop. So we're going to maintain the depth here, and that would be the dark. So I'm just going to go in, grab my board again, deep weaves, butter my board, and apply my lightener. Now, as you can notice, I don't fold my foils up all the way like a lot of people do because I don't want to crinkle up the ends in there and create creases. So I'll lay another foil on top when I am done, and then I will just fold them up straight up and down without crinkling them up. So I'm just going to work up this section with deep weaves, and the lower you go, the more blendy it gets. I'm just going to push all those hair back again. And again, this is my pink pewter comb for those who will ask me. Butter my board, and then I will apply to the ends and then feathering it straight up again to the hair. Now, I will probably mix 2 to 3 bowls of lightener for this. I work in 1 ounce to 1.5 ounce of 21 volume. So Magix has a 21 volume. It's just a little bit more oxygenated, and I will mix that up every time I run out, but I only work in those small increments. I do not work in large increments of lightener. So now I'm working around the face of the hair, and she did want to have a money piece, but she did have some bangs, which I find extremely hard to make a money piece in. It never really looks good. It like cuts off halfway through when it should be coming all the way down to the bottom. I don't know. I find I have a very hard time. If anybody's got a secret to making a money piece look good with a bang, you let me know, but I haven't found the secret to that yet. So we are working on the sign pieces. She was growing out the bangs, so hopefully now a year later it still looks amazing, which I'm sure it does because that's how long my stuff lasts. So you can see I'm dropping this down far in this section, so I went a little clockwise, teasing that up, and I am keeping the depth over the ear as well. Oh, Allie got a little drunk there or something. Oh, Allie, my best filmer in the world. She is my all-time filmer. She films everything that I do unless I have to put something on the tripod. And I will be getting to that whole video thing shortly. So are you guys tired of foiling your whole life away like I am in this video? Well, actually, I'm not using that many foils. But are you? So the 15 foil is perfect for you. And the link is in the bio. It's a free 30-minute tutorial about how to do a full high dimension highlight in just 15 foils. So go check it out. All right, guys, now back to the show. Okay, now we're doing this weird money piece that I was telling you guys about. So I just find it really hard to make a money piece in a bang, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'm doing it on a diagonal back on the front, and I am just going to feather it up because I am going to color melt her afterwards. So I did a tiny weave, and I am just going to feather it up around the front of the head. Now, we must have gotten busy because we don't have too much footage of it, but that's okay. You guys get the point, right? We will get a little bit to the other side. So I am just going horizontally up the top of the head, keeping in mind the dip of the crown to keep that dimension going in there because everybody wants to keep that like shadow root. Even though I'm going to color melt her, I just really have to tone away any inconsistencies that she's going to have. Okay, now I'm back to the money piece. There we go. So we're just going to go ahead and foil those other pieces into the front on a diagonal back because I really want her natural hair to shadow over the front and create that depth automatically, like I said, even though I'm going to color melt her. So I'm just going to fold those up around the face because I do not like having hair and foils hanging in people's faces as much as possible. It's one of those beauty school things that somebody like imprisoned in my brain for some reason. So now I just want to drop this out so you can see I took that piece and now I'm just like hitting the ends with it and just folding it over. Okay, now we're back to the top and doing some horizontal pieces. And now I'm going to do finer weaves here, but I am going all the way through and I am going to feather that up and I am going to keep it low again because I do not want to keep it high. I want to keep it shadowed. I want it to be natural. I want it to be beautiful and soft. I want it to be lived in. I don't want her to have to come back. Right now, I am not taking high maintenance clients. I am only taking like lived in color and stuff like that and like balayages. And like, I just don't want people to have to come to the salon all the time. So here we are. Here's all the 90 million foils and we're pulling those all out now. And guys, this was right after I had my back surgery. So you can I had a little strap on for my back and it was like an ice pack. So if your guys like, what the hell do you have on you? It was an ice pack for my back. And so here we are just pulling out all the foils out of her head. And now we rinse her, stopped oxidation with Malibu C Deox. And then give her a light shampoo, and back to my chair she comes, and I am going to use Oligo Colora Gloss. So I put her root color in her roots in a bowl, and then I will put her ends gloss in the ends, and I love to use my Framar wet brush just to comb that all through. I did use a level 4 up at the root area, and then I did comb it through with, I wanted to keep the warmth, I wanted to keep it, you know, in a spicy fall kind of color because, you know, I think it'll just look beautiful. I am dropping that front piece out because I do want to keep it a little bit brighter. So I probably do not remember what the heck I used like a year and a half ago. So sorry, guys. But I am going to say with the end result, I'm going to take a stab at it. So I'm going to say that I used probably an 8N at the ends and a little bit of like an 8 kg in Color Gloss, and I used a 4N at the root area, and I just pulled that all through. And guys, I love this pink comb. It's my favorite. Guys, so here's the beginning. That's where we started, and guys, here's the finale. Guys, if you like and value my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and follow me on the socials, and tell me how beautiful this is, and gorgeous, because it is. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your love and support. I absolutely love the way this came out. Guys, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you like this video, check out these 2 videos right here. And don't forget to hit the ding dong. Bye, guys. See you later.